Revelation 11:18. The nations were angry, and your wrath has come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that you should reward your servants, the prophets and the saints, and those who fear your name, small and great, and should destroy those who destroy the earth. Over the last 2 weeks, we've looked at defining the wrath of God. If you want to see those devotionals, click here or on the links in the description below. This week, our text points to the time leading up to the second return of Jesus. It involved words we looked at, anger and wrath. We saw that God's anger and wrath are a revelation of His glory, and at the second coming, we realize that God's glory will be revealed. Those who have rejected all of God's invitations to be covered by the blood of the Lamb will ask to be covered by the rocks and mountains, for they experience God's glory as wrath and are seeking to do all to escape from its all-pervasive presence. But a part of today's text, and should destroy those who destroy the earth, also helps us understand the origins of many of the calamities which take place on the earth. You see, all of God's creation, from angels to unfallen beings on unfallen worlds, and even humanity itself, has free will. We have the ability to choose God's ways or sin's ways. This simple fact helps shed light on two powers which seek to destroy the earth: sinful humanity and Satan, the originator of all sin. Whether it is flawed and even deadly policies and practices, or the outright maliciousness of Satan, those who seek to destroy what was created by God do at times face the consequences of their poor choices in the here and now. Not because God wants people to suffer, but because He has given us freedom of choice. And with freedom of choice comes consequences. Consequences which have far-reaching impact at times because it means others are impacted by those same poor choices. So when we look at something like the fires in California, and not being political but using common sense, we see sometimes multitudes of even small, bad, or sinful choices can compound into the perfect storm and lead to the destruction we saw in events like these. Other natural disasters can be understood to be Satan's poor choice to sin, and his further decision to get even with God as he exercises his power on a world he considers his own. Let us remember, our God is a God of love, but because of free will, we often let Satan and sin have their way with us, which has an impact on the world in which we live. Till next week, Maranatha.